So you're ready for your second bike because you've been using your 150cc starter bike for about a year or two now, and you're thinking to yourself, 650 is a good number. Well, it is. So here are the 6 most affordable 650cc MCs in the Philippines from behind the desk. The 650cc class is a very versatile segment. The bikes here are approachable and friendly. It's typically a no-frills and easy-to-use MC. So without further ado, let's start the list. Let's kick things off with the most affordable of the bunch, the CF Moto 650 NK. If you've been watching this channel, you might be familiar with this bike by now. We do talk about it a lot. And why not? The 650 NK is great value. At just 295,000 Philippine pesos, this bike rivals the selling price of motorcycles in the 400cc class, like the Husqvarna Spartpilin 401 or the Kawasaki Z400. 650 NK owners will get a full digital display, an ABS system, a Bosch electronic fuel injection system, and a smooth 649cc parallel twin, turning out 60 horsepower and 56 Nm of torque. If you like something that looks a little bit sporty and feels substantial on the expressway, this could be a great choice. Up next, we have one of my personal favorites, the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650, which comes in at just 362,000 Philippine pesos. The Interceptor comes with a retro-styled analog gauge, a modern ABS system, a halogen headlamp and taillight, and a 648cc oil-cooled engine punching out 47 horsepower and 52 Nm of torque. As a bare-bones motorcycle, the Interceptor 650 has gathered a massive following from different types of riders. From highway cruisers looking for a relaxed ride, avid enthusiasts of the cafe racer craze, riders who want a great platform for a custom motorcycle, as well as people who are getting back into riding after not being on a bike for some time. You can't go wrong with this choice. I love how smooth the parallel twin is, and it's a really chill and solid bike that looks really cool. The next bike is not exactly a 650cc motorcycle, but it does get special mention because the selling price is just 369,800 Philippine pesos, the CF Moto CLX. This bike fits in decently with the price range of the 650cc class. The CLX is a neo-retro styled naked bike which is aimed at rivaling many of the popular neo-retro bikes out there, such as the Yamaha XSR 700, the Honda CB650R, and the new Trident from Triumph. The 700 CLX is powered by a 693cc parallel twin, which churns out 73 horsepower and 68 Nm of torque. And it's also fitted with an LED headlight and taillight, a round digital display, a USB charging port, and much, much, much more. In typical CF Moto fashion, you ask for a hand, and they give you their arm. This bike is absolutely loaded with features, and you'll be seeing more of it on Beyond the Ride soon. The next bike on our list is a crowd favorite, the Kawasaki Z650. It's difficult to beat the long-standing reputation of the Kawasaki 650cc motorcycles for being incredibly reliable, decently powered, and great value for money. The Z650 starts at just 375,000 Philippine pesos and is fitted with an LED headlight and taillight, a TFT digital gauge cluster that you can connect to your smartphone, and an ergonomic package that will keep riders happy in the saddle for many, many hours. Powering the fierce-looking naked bike is a 649cc liquid-cooled 4-stroke double overhead cam engine that delivers up to 68 horsepower and 66 Nm of torque, made into a 6-speed manual transmission. You can't go wrong with the Kawasaki, which means you can't go wrong with this bike. Next up, we have a new bike that looks very, very familiar, the Bristol Bobber 650. The classic bobber design of this motorcycle will appeal to many riders, myself included, who value the aesthetic components of a cruiser yet fitted with an array of modern touches. This MC is priced at just 398,000 Philippine pesos and comes with a 650cc fuel-injected engine, dual overhead cam, liquid cooling, and an 8-valve cylinder head, which gives the bobber 68 ponies. It's got an Asian-friendly low seat, meaty tires both in the front and the rear, and an ABS system for rider safety. Now, I haven't tried the bike yet, but I feel like I have because it looks just like the Triumph Bobber, but a whole lot more affordable. Last but not least, we have the only naked sport motorcycle in the list that comes fitted with a V-twin engine, the Suzuki SV650, which is priced at just 399,000 Philippine pesos. This popular MC produces a substantial 68 horsepower and 58 Nm of torque from its 645cc V-twin engine, and also comes equipped with your standard halogen headlight, digital gauge cluster, an ABS system, and a clutch-activated low RPM assist to prevent stalling. On top of this, the long-standing reputation of Suzuki reliability will surely provide added value of confidence in owning this motorcycle for the long haul, as maintenance should not be an issue. So if Suzuki is good enough to win MotoGP, it's definitely good enough for you and me. This is a great list of bikes that shouldn't scare your socks off with too much power, especially if it's your second bike. Now, some of these can actually be your first bike, but I do recommend to go smaller first to get some experience, and even if you drop it, you probably won't care too much if it's a smaller and more affordable MC. Now, for more information about these bikes that we just mentioned and other MCs out there, log on to www.motodeal.com.ph. This has been Jinno from